third series of lectures looking at learner diversity related to ability and exceptionality. I am looking at students who are highly creative and intellectually gifted in this short video. I've looked at learning disabilities and emotional behavioral disorders in the first two videos. I am focusing on these three because they are the exceptionalities that you will find most often in a general education classroom. So first of all, know that this population, highly creative and intellectually gifted learners, are the most underserved population. Are their specific needs being met? And I will be showing you how to differentiate a curriculum for all populations a little bit better. First of all, understand there is not a universal definition or conception of what giftedness is. Notice in the title I've put highly creative and intellectually gifted. We don't know what intelligence is. We don't know what creativity is. But both of these kind of things have been instrumental in helping humans achieve great things. Here is one definition put out by the U.S. Department of Education. You can pause and read through it and notice the little word or. Essentially, that says, if you took the time to read it, giftedness is not one thing. We tend to think of just that area when we think of giftedness. It is outstanding potential or ability in one of 5 areas, or all of them. It could be students who are outstanding in some form of visual or performing arts, outstanding singers or visual art people or dancers. Outstanding leadership, the ability to lead a group to a shared goal. Outstanding creative thinkers. Specific academic aptitude, giftedness in reading or in math or in science. Or general intellectual ability. As you see, we don't really know what intelligence is. One of the leaders in the field, Joseph Renzulli, his conception and definition of giftedness is any area or field or endeavor in which these three merge. Above average ability, task commitment or discipline, and creativity. So this could be in dance, it could be in business, it could be in music, it could be in academics, any area where these three meet. And you're probably seeing, well, that's hard to measure on a test. Ah, you are getting it now. So the definition really affects how you go about identifying students to be in this program. Who is or who are the gifted gifted and talented people. Do you really think, however, that we can capture this thing called intelligence in a bottle? Do you really think that numbers define or describe cognitive capacity? As far as prediction, do these quantified tests, these intelligence tests or IQ tests or achievement tests, do they predict anything? Do they predict achievement in the outside world? They're very predictive of your ability to do well on a similar test, or maybe your ability to do well in a school environment, but eventually everyone leaves school and they have to go out into the world. So are they predictive? And not really. Defining intelligence. Programming, identifying them, rests on an operational definition of intelligence. As I said, we don't know what it is. Most schools are still using a very outdated method to define giftedness, which is high scores. This limits the potential. To define intelligence only as those high scores is to say, I only value this very narrow type of thinking. Because the type of thinking used to achieve on those tests is a very narrow or limited type. Most states require, if you are going to identify students for a gifted and talented program, or for any special program, you must use multiple criteria. Now, this does not mean more than one test. It means maybe an achievement test along with outstanding products or performances or some other thing. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going into how to identify students. But multiple intelligence theories says there are as many types of intelligence as there are problems in the world or types of thinking. Intelligence basically is problem solving in some form. When you look at all the definitions of intelligence, it usually involves problem solving. As well, creativity is an important part of solving problems. You can generate a lot of ideas. Hence, a broader definition of giftedness. Individual is one who demonstrates the ability to solve problems, create products, or perform at remarkable high levels of accomplishment. These problems and products or performances can occur in all areas, visual, performing arts, etc., etc. You can stop that and read that if you want. In part 3,